You know, having devotions in the morning has changed my life.
What are you doing?
Well, getting ready to cut up some of these trees behind me here. So as we get ready to do that, let me go ahead and gas the chainsaw up, put some bar oil in it, and then I'll get started.
And we're not going to hit any rocks with it today, are we?
We're gonna try not. If you go up here, open the windows and all. How many of you out there like these kind of gas cans that has these kind of cantankerous spill-proof lids on them? I don't care much for them. I normally just take it off and discard it while I'm refueling. So I've never been happy with those. They're just cantankerous to try to get the press in and stay. So that's just me.
That's your safety. What is it on the Martin Johnson off-grid? Is that Safety Sally?
They have Safety Sally.
Safety Sally.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't watched Martin Johnson's, they're a fun channel to watch. We subscribe to them. Martin and Julie, they're building their home from scratch themselves.
Northern Idaho.
And they have this doll set up. They call her Safety Sally. But when they're doing a project, they'll normally will set her up.
Yeah.
And she kind of monitors their safety for them. It's kind of funny.
When they started, they lived in tents on their property, and they built like a real small portion of their house, and then they moved into that, and they kind of moved on. And yeah, they're a neat couple. They used to be missionaries to Indonesia. Yeah.
cutting those, that log up in front of the house, cut into a rock.
Saw a spark, didn't you?
Yeah, we saw sparks. So anyway, I just thought I would take time to sharpen my chain. That way it'll be, sorry about that, it'll be ready for the next day, which is probably gonna be tomorrow. I've got some more trees in the back of the house that has to get cut up. So anyway,
Didn't we do this morning?
we done it once this morning, so we're going to do it again this afternoon. So we'll have it.
Are you happy with that sharpener?
You know, overall, I think I am. This is one from Harbor Freight, and in all fairness, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on, folks. So pardon me. It does a pretty decent job, but it has just a little bit of play in it. But it does a pretty decent job. So anyway, we're gonna get this chain sharpened. Here we go.
Maybe Santa Claus will bring you a fancy one.
I have been looking at one made by Oregon that I may go ahead and purchase here in the real near future. But we'll see. This one here does do a fair job, and I paid under $20 for this one. Although previous to this, I'd always sharpen my chains with a regular round file. So I saw this one when I was walking through Harbor Freight, and I thought, well, for less than 20 bucks, I think it was like 17 bucks. I thought, I'm willing to give it a try. And it does just a pretty decent job for 17 bucks. So
How many times can you sharpen a chain?
it just depends on the chain itself. I've sharpened them a bunch of times. You can get a view of it here in just a moment. On these little, you get a view right here. You might be able to see this line filming from this side here. There's a line there that you can see right at the tip of my finger. You can sharpen them down to that. So unless you hit something that really damaged the chain, you can get quite a few sharpening out of them.
Hey, can I tell a joke?
Yeah, tell us a joke.
Okay. What do you call a cow that has just had a calf? Decaffeinated. I heard Gina from Luminal Acres tell that this morning, so I thought that was pretty funny. Decaffeinated.
As you can see, this is pretty fast after you kind of get going, and it is pretty consistent. The only downside, you have to take it off the chainsaw. But I have a few other chains, so in the future I'll just spend an hour or so sharpening chains, and I'll have them ready.
I think you need to get a sharpener for your saw blades.
For the mill?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's coming. My woodland sawmill, it's a HM 126. It has been a blessing so far. I've thoroughly enjoyed using that. Since I've got it, we've had it set up out here. I've sawed lumber for 2 different large trailers, like the haul dozers are with, and that was quite a bit of fun. So the mill has paid for itself already. So.
All right, guys, I think we're gonna finish up with this one and go home and relax for the rest of the evening.
Sounds good.
All right, bye. Almost looks like a hickory, but awful big. I mean, the inside. Oh, it's connected, ain't it?
Yeah. Here, let me get the little saw. We'll just disconnect it and then we'll go.
Okay. What's the best way to?
Mom's favorite little she saw. Just lay it across there.
Is that good enough? All right, let's go unload it.
Let's do it.